Success is never an accident. It is never handed out. It is earned, and the price is always paid in advance. In a world obsessed with instant results and overnight success, very few people are willing to embrace the one principle that separates winners from wishers: sacrifice. They are building skills, waking up early, saying no to distractions, and showing up even when they don't feel like it. The truth is, the future belongs to those who are willing to delay gratification today for the rewards of tomorrow. If you want to dominate later, if you want to rise above the noise and claim your place at the top, you must make the hard choices now. Sacrifice the junk food, the late nights, the excuses. Cut out the gossip, the distractions, the time-wasting habits. But life does not work that way. If you want something extraordinary, you have to give up what is ordinary. You have to trade short-term comfort for long-term strength. Trade momentary pleasure for deep fulfillment. Trade temporary applause for permanent respect. Use your time to build, not to escape. The life you dream of is possible, but it is on the other side of sacrifice. But what they don't realize is that sacrifice is not punishment. It is preparation. It is the process that sharpens you, humbles you. Discipline builds consistency. That your future is more important than your present impulse. You are training your mind to focus, to endure, to lead. You are setting yourself apart. And consistency creates transformation. The little things you give up today become the big things you own tomorrow. The time you choose to invest today compounds into results that will carry you for decades and trains you for the weight of success. Without it, even if you somehow get what you want, you will not be strong enough to keep it. Show up at the gym when it's raining, when it's cold, when motivation is gone. You want financial freedom? Sacrifice mindless spending, impulse buys, and short-term indulgence. Learn how money works. Save more. Invest wisely. Delay the fancy lifestyle until the foundation is solid. Because greatness is not built in comfort. It is built in sacrifice. Behind the scenes, you'll find a season of intense sacrifice. Early mornings when they could have slept in, long nights when they could have gone out. Countless hours of preparation when no one was watching. They sacrificed ease so they could earn excellence. Right now, someone out there is working, while others are scrolling endlessly, binge-watching, waiting for life to hand them something. Someone else is grinding. It is easy to want success. Everyone does. But wanting is not enough. Sacrifice is the difference between interest and commitment. When you're just interested, you do what is convenient. When you're committed, you do what is necessary. Even when it is uncomfortable. Even when it costs you sleep, comfort, or temporary pleasure. That is where the line is drawn. Look at anyone who has accomplished something extraordinary. This principle applies in every area of life. You want a strong body? You want to build a meaningful legacy? Then you must sacrifice the noise. Most people do not fail because they are incapable. They fail because they choose comfort. Because they want the reward without paying the price. This is where most people walk away. They say it's too hard, it's too much. Sacrifice teaches discipline. Sacrifice also reveals what matters most. When you give something up for a higher goal, you are declaring to the world and to yourself. No one becomes great by doing what everyone else is doing. Greatness requires a level of obsession, a hunger that says, I will not settle. I will not wait for permission. I will make the changes now so that I can live the life others only dream about. You might not see results right away. That is the hardest part. Sacrifice feels lonely. It feels like you are giving everything with nothing to show. You must become the kind of person who can carry the life you are building. That is why the sacrifice matters. But progress is often silent. The seeds you plant in sacrifice do not bloom overnight. When people around you don't understand your choices, that's okay. You are not living for their approval. You are living for your vision. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you are one step closer. Every time you say no to what is easy and yes to what is right, you are investing in a future that will be worth it. But if you keep showing up, keep watering, keep trusting the process, one day the results will speak so loudly that people will think it was magic. But it will be worth it. The life you are building will require sacrifice, but it will give back more than it ever took. Peace of mind, pride in your journey, freedom in your choices. That is the reward for those who stay the course. The disciplined is the ones who are not afraid to be uncomfortable today in order to be unstoppable tomorrow. You don't need approval, you need action. But you will rise to meet them if you are willing to pay the price, dominate later, make the first sacrifice, and start building the future only you can create. That is the mindset. That is the path. And if you walk it with discipline, integrity, and relentless focus, there is no limit to what you can become. They will say you were lucky. They won't see the nights you stayed in to study, wishing for doing, the hours you spent honing your craft, the weekends you worked while others played. But you will know. What habits are keeping me average? What distractions am I allowing to steal my future? Decide who you are going to be, not someday. Today, success without sacrifice is not sustainable. Because without the process, there is no growth. Without struggle, there is no strength. There will be moments when it hurts, when it feels like you are missing out. Your goals will test you. Your dreams will demand more from you than you thought you had. So ask yourself right now, what am I willing to give up to get what I really want? What excuses am I still making? Answer those questions honestly. Then make the shift. Cut the noise. Get focused. Because domination is not for the hesitant. It is for the focused. It won't be easy. You don't need motivation. You need clarity. You don't need hype. You need commitment. Sacrifice now. This is your time, your turning point, your chance to trade mediocrity for mastery, comfort for greatness. So take the first step.